Okay, we're on. Anyway, I'm next to Dieter Shield, who just happened to be walking by accident. No, actually, you didn't walk in by accident.
I didn't walk in by accident.
You came in here asking to sell, not to sell something, to see whether I'm interested in a service.
Actually, I came in here to try one of your green smoothies, but I figured you might be interested in what
service.
I do.
Right. And his name is Dieter Shield. Not too many people with the name of Dieter Shield. Not
That's right.
Not too many.
Not
Nice
too many.
German name.
And anyway, he's not really into raw food. He's not, and just wanted to try the green smoothies. But anyway, he told me what he did, and I said, "Whoa! Would you mind sharing it with our big audience?" Because what he does, I think, is very important for this country. I think it's important for everybody. And a sidetrack, I've known Dieter Shield for a long, long time, but you didn't know about it.
I didn't even know that he knew.
Didn't even know. Which means I used to be a mailman. 20. Almost 19 years ago, and I remember Dieter Shield was one of my customers.
I was.
How could you forget the name?
How could I forget a name?
I lived in
But I
Hatfield.
thought he lived on Orvilla Road. He didn't. I tried to guess his address. I didn't guess his address. But anyway, I know who he is. I know where he lived at. Anyway, why don't you explain what you do and your service?
Okay. Well, I work for a company called Sustainable Waste Solutions.
Let's see what this is right here.
That's my company, Sustainable Waste Solutions. We're family.
Your company?
No. I work for the two owners.
Work for two
They
owners.
brought me on board about a year and a half ago. Sustainable Waste Solutions is the only trash and recycling company that's completely landfill free.
Right. Wow.
So
Completely.
we have a fleet of 7 trucks, not one of which has ever been into a landfill.
Wow.
So we are a trash company, traditional trash company with a completely different focus. Our focus is sustainability. We do this, we accomplish this by, first of all, when we go into a company.
And you have some big companies.
Oh yeah,
Huge companies.
Our customers from Merck, all of their local, I think 7 campuses locally. We do Johnson & Johnson. We do Whole Foods and Teva. We do Olympus and Lehigh
So what would
University.
you do with those? Because they're putting out a lot of trash.
They are putting out.
And they're not like they're putting a lot of trash. So you're gonna go with a big truck, and what happens then?
We go in with a standard commercial trash truck or a roll-off truck for compactors.
Right.
What we do first, before we go in with the truck, we go in and
Right.
we take a look at what they're doing, and we decide what can be reused on site. And
Right.
We make those
What can be
suggestions.
reused on site?
Yes.
Wow.
Then
Like
what can be reused on the market? So
On the market.
in some cases, things are able to be sold to a reseller where maybe drums or maybe liquid totes or something like that can go on the market as a used item and
So
be reused.
in other words, you take the product and then you resell it to somebody else.
We wouldn't do that. We would make suggestions and
For them.
bring in vendors that would do that
For them.
for them.
Right.
Next, we look at
How about boxes?
boxes are a good example. In
Yeah.
some cases,
I have a lot of boxes. I hate throwing them out.
in some cases, we are recycling those boxes and
What does
taking
that
them. That means we're taking them to a facility where they are baled and then taken to a pulp facility where they are made into new cardboard.
Okay.
That happens. That happens also. Also for cardboard boxes, we're able to bring in somebody if you have a large amount of very uniform boxes, which
Right.
some of our customers do.
Right.
We actually have them fold the boxes flat, band them onto a pallet, and those boxes go out and they're sold to companies like Marshall's. Marshall's buys all their boxes as used boxes.
Right.
Then they
But
rebuild.
UPS out of business, then.
They rebuild the boxes.
Wow.
And then they ship all of their items in used boxes.
Wow.
Wow.
So that's one of the things we do. But we'll look at all these different things that we can do for customers.
Right.
Their lab glass can be recycled.
Right.
Their drums, instead of going to be incinerated or going into a landfill, a lot of cases some of these companies have drums that are getting washed
Right.
and reused and
Right.
sent back to the facility
Right.
to be reused many times.
Right.
20 years ago, those drums were used once and then thrown into a landfill.
How about all this food that they throw out?
Some of our customers have,
Like cafeterias.
yeah, some of our customers have organics recycling. So the food will get put into a special container. We do this for Whole Foods down there
Right,
in
Whole
Montgomeryville,
Foods,
where we take the whole, all the,
Give it to man on Main Street, give it to the poor people.
all the, no, actually,
They do.
They do give
They do
a
give.
lot of their food
Right.
to Man on Main Street
They
and
do.
other programs. So they do that a lot.
Right.
However, if they have food scraps, fish scraps, meat
Right.
scraps, whatever
Right.
they might have,
Right.
that all goes into a compactor and goes down to a state-of-the-art composting facility in Wilmington, Delaware.
Wow.
So that's the composting part of it. Now everything that's left over after we do all this reuse and composting and recycling,
Right.
anything that's left over normally would go into a landfill.
Right,
A normal
right.
trash company would
Right.
take it, put it in a
Right.
hole in the
Right.
ground, and
Right.
it would be there forever.
Right.
We take it to the Covanta Plymouth Renewable Energy Plant, which actually burns the plant in a boiler, which burns the trash in a boiler, and this is commingled trash. It's any kind of trash
Right.
goes in there, even food scraps and things like
Right.
that can go in
Right.
there.
Right.
That trash is burned at up to 1,800 degrees.
Hey, no, hey, give me like 9, 10 minutes, something like that.
6 minutes.
Okay, you got plenty of time. You got plenty. You got 4 minutes.
It's burned at
Make sure you tell your company's name.
Yes, we'll do that at the end again.
Make sure you tell your name. Dieter Shield from SWS had no idea he's being filmed today. Okay, good.
So this waste is burned at up to 1,800 degrees.
Right.
The boiler is actually lined with water tubes.
Right.
The water's turned to steam. The steam
Right.
goes across the turbine and makes about 32 megs of electricity.
Wow.
That electricity that's produced there in Conshohocken
Wow.
from the waste that we take there, and we and other haulers take there, actually powers about 30,000 homes
Wow.
Wow.
in this area.
Wow.
Can you go to a landfill and do the same thing? Take all the landfill out and make... Anybody thought about doing that?
I don't think the technology is there yet.
Right.
But I honestly, and this is my personal opinion,
Right.
this has nothing
This
to
is
do
Dieter
with
Shield, by the way,
this is Dieter
SWS.
Shield. I think that sometime in the next 50 to 100 years, we're going to find ourselves mining those landfills and pulling all the metals and any of the recyclables out,
Right.
and then either composting or burning or doing whatever to reclaim those landfills. So those landfills one of these days are going to be reclaimed.
Right.
I don't know how soon in the future that's going to
Right.
happen. Certainly,
So
it's,
your company's actually the wave of the future then.
we feel that we're the wave of the future. We're the only company
Right.
we're the only trash company that we know of that is completely landfill free.
Wow.
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 So
That's
we are-
awesome.
We are
That's very exciting.
We are
That's
sustainable
awesome.
You're
waste
lucky I
solutions.
literally lucky you walked in here. You're being filmed for millions and millions of people looking at you right now. For all these countries of Thailand, of Japan, of Israel, we have England, Guatemala, Australia is being watching this right now as we speak.
We are Sustainable Waste Solutions. Our website is www.landfillfree.com.
Wow.
That's what we do.
Let's look at this again.
There we are.
There we are.
And there's,
Okay.
there you are, landfillfree.com.
Landfillfree.com.
Anything else you want to say?
That's it.
Are you sure?
That's
you for the time.
amazing. Thank you for
By the
doing what
way,
you do.
If you're ever in Lansdale,
Yes,
it looks horrible,
Yeah.
but it
But
tastes
as of today.
delicious.
but it tastes wonderful.
As of
So
today.
stop and get yourself a green smoothie. Rick Lutz told me to stop by here,
Okay.
and here I am trying it.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just flabbergasted by all that. I think this should be the wave of the future.
Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dieter Shield
Thank you,
from
Dieter Shield,
SWS.
And
www.landfillfree.com.
Yes.
Okay, that's it.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.